Recently picked up the Benchmade Contego. This has M4 steel on it, and I've got a lot of questions. How does that M4 steel perform? Well, to be honest with you, this is my first rodeo with the M4, so I'm going to find it out myself as well. Let's go ahead and put it through its paces. Let's take a look at this M4 steel first, just to kind of see how sharp it is, and you can see it has no problem cutting through that. M4 is a tool steel, so non-stainless, and it's supposed to have excellent wear and supposed to be really tough. Cardboard is a great media for testing blades. It certainly gives it a strong workout, and you find out pretty quick how tough your blade really is. I spent quite a bit of time cutting down this cardboard. It was serving two purposes actually. One, testing the blade, and two, it makes it a lot easier to get rid of in the recycle bin. Next I moved on just to hitting the edge against a stick, give it a little extra workout. I just sent a piece flying across the room. After that I moved on to a zip tie. Now this was a smaller size zip tie, it's what I had on hand, but that plastic tends to put a good number on the edge of the blade as well. That went through pretty well. Moving back to the stick, just trying to really work out that edge. Now you can see the grip tillion there on the left, and in reality what I was doing is I was kind of using the 154 cm against the M4, but it was just, I think, making the video too convoluted, so I decided just to scrap that portion of it. And here, of course, you can see more cardboard testing. Occasionally I'd stop and either put the blade through some phone book paper to test its sharpness, see how well it was retaining the edge, or I'd get some paracord and try to blow through that. This time, I'm going to take that stick and just chop it in half. Following that old dead stick, well, I just thought I'd do some shaving on it. More or less, again, just to wear that edge as much as I could, doing several different things that might somewhat mirror an EDC type of use. Guess it kind of depends on how you use your EDC. Moved on to an old package, and the type of plastic was kind of that thicker, harder plastic. I thought that would be a good workout for the blade as well. This is always a fun process, just to test a new knife steel that I'm not familiar with, and I had a lot of good media laying around the house that did just that. Obviously, it's not cutting that paper as well as it was in the beginning. Wouldn't expect it to after all we put it through. But really, I was kind of impressed on how well it cut through this paracord. cut through a lot of material there, and you can see the blade was getting a little bit hung up on that phone book paper. But rather than sharpening it with the stones that I've got, what I thought I'd do is just put it on the strop to see how it would do. Now, I don't know exactly how many swipes I did on each side, 50 thereabouts, plus or minus. But let's see how it performs now with just the strop work after all of that stuff that you guys just watched. Not bad. Actually pretty good. Really good. Not bad at all. I'm pretty impressed. So one of the other things that people talk about M4 is it holds a really good edge, which so far I think we've determined that, but it's also a pain to sharpen. But so far on just the strop, done great. Now again, I know I'm going a little bit backwards on this, but I'm going to go upstairs and put it on the stones and see how well see how easy it is to sharpen, and then see how well it performs after that. Back from the sharpening. Now everybody's sharpening technique is going to be a little bit different. Their style, the devices they use, everything's going to differ a little bit. So take this for what it's worth. But I have been using the Spyderco ceramic stones, so this was all done by freehand. So I started with the fine stones, went to the ultra fine, and then hit the strop again. So that's what this is, and let's take a look. Whew. That goes through there. Nice. Look at that. Like nothing. That is really nice. So the reports that this is hard to sharpen, again, it's going to differ depending on your ability, depending on what device you use, depending on what kind of stones you use. For me, my personal experience was this was no harder than any other high-end steel knife that I have sharpened. So I found it quite easy. Maybe I had to take a touch more time doing it, but in all reality, it's pretty easy to sharpen. So to sum this up, guys, the M4 steel, I'm a fan. That's kind of fun stuff to work with. You saw what I did to it. You saw the edge that it just took back, and it was easy to do. So there you go. There's my M4 report. I'm a fan. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Ooh, that just goes through there like butter. Man. Well, overall, I'd say that edge of... Recently picked up the Benchmade Contego, and what I want to do is not start the intro like that.